Well, hello. This is the Spitzkante XYZ. This is what I would call a modern, westernized, like Kiridashi spirited fixed blade. And I think it's an Amazon sleeper. I didn't see any reviews done by anybody that I've been following for years about this knife. So I did kind of buy it on, just guessing that it would be okay. And I actually really do enjoy it. So I'm going to read the specs to get those out of the way for you. It is a 7.1 inch overall length, 18 centimeters. So it's about 2.8 inches for the blade length. And the reverse tanto shape of the blade. It is an 8CR14 MOV stainless steel. So not a super great steel, but at the price, I thought it was kind of fine. Like, it's fine. It's no Magna Cut, but it's fine. It's a flat grind, symmetrical on both sides. And it is a full tank construction, obviously. These are micarta handles, gray. I kind of like that. I thought they were going to be black, but they came more gray, and I like that a lot, actually. It is about 4.2 to 4.3 inches for the handle. It's definitely handle forward. It is a 2.8 ounce knife. Does come with the Kydex sheath with the loops on it for scout carry, which is what I got it for. And then we also have the ability, obviously, to use those lashings to, throw on, your paracord to make the knife fit however you want or carry however you want. For me, this was $21.99 shipped from Amazon. So an incredible value if it's anything decent at all. And I actually think that it is. So for context, I've been carrying the CJRB Pyrite Light in this nice blue color for just over a year. I gave these as gifts to my groomsmen. And I really like this blade shape, this almost reverse tanto blade shape. I think it's really nice for, EDC stuff. It provides more of a belly than a Wharncliffe, but it's also like a lot more of a fine point than, something like a drop point. So I've really been enjoying this, and obviously this is just a phenomenal knife. If you haven't heard of this, you should. I can't believe you've found this video if you haven't heard of this awesome knife. But I realized that there's no reason why I can't carry a fixed blade. For a lot of my life, I've worked jobs where you couldn't carry a fixed blade. It just wouldn't have been, appropriate. And not that I really care what everybody else thinks, but I care enough to, be conscious of other folks. So I realized that in my current lifestyle, I can totally carry a fixed blade almost all the time. So I decided to try out scout carry. Let's be honest. The reason I wanted to do this is because it's cool. Like, I'm like totally LARPing here. And you know what? That's fine. We can enjoy things. So I didn't start with the Spitzkante. I actually started with a knife that I already had, the cold steel spike, the Bowie spike. And I really like this knife. It's a super awesome knife. But what I found was that it was just a little long in carrying. And coming from thinking about folding knives, I had kind of a bias against, short blade to handle ratios. And so I thought, well, this is a really nice blade length. What if I chopped off the end of the handle? And I took off, about that much of this handle. And let me tell you, that ruined this knife. Because while you totally can use this, it just is not comfortable anymore. Like, I probably could have taken off some and left this handle for the pinky there, but I didn't, and I regret it. So that was my first, foray into carrying a knife in the scout carry position, behind the back, small of the back. And I really did enjoy it. It felt cool, which was, like I said, what I was going for. But I realized that that's not really what I need to do. I don't need a smaller handle. And I saw this knife, and again, I didn't see any reviews on it, so I didn't have any idea of like whether or not I really was going to like it, or if it was going to come, you know, nice or anything. And I decided to take a chance on it. I really liked the blade shape. I liked the longer handle. The coloration was cool. And it's all in all about the same length as my modified spike. So maybe a little bit shorter even. And so I was like, well, let me give that a try. 21 bucks. What can go wrong? And let me tell you, it's a great little blade. I love it. The blade shape is awesome, but that's not the winner. The winner is this handle. This handle feels incredible. Just phenomenal purchase. Nice grip options here. You can really get up on the tip, which actually for scout carry matters a lot, because when you're going to resheath the knife behind you, just threading it in like that is not actually that easy. But if you can index your finger and find the opening, it makes doing that behind your back significantly easier. So yeah, this little blade has been awesome. And I really was biased against a really short blade, but today I was, cutting open some zip ties and was like, wow, this is really nice having all this leverage here, to get in there and really get those detailed cuts done. So the blade to handle ratio is just not as important as I thought. And in fact, inverting it kind of like, we think of those Kiridashis, those Japanese knives. This is kind of a modern take on that. Now it doesn't have the single flat grind, and it's not just like a single piece of carbon steel, the way a Kiridashi is. But this is more of a modern take on that concept, right? You're still simplifying. You don't have the folding, parts of a folding knife, so it's requires less maintenance. And it's that idea of, control versus power. I don't know. So yeah, I think this is a super awesome option. At $21.99 shipped, you can hardly beat it. So yeah, I think, what I was looking for when I first went onto YouTube was, hey, is there a review telling me whether or not I should buy this? And there wasn't. So now there is. Yes, buy it.